Okay, so first and foremost, welcome to Kingdom Domination. Basically, I I just totally got fed up, and then I had two sisters that got fed up too. And so we just said, you know what? This is ridiculous. I'm over being reached out to, especially on LinkedIn, with, I want to honor you. Watched what you've been doing. And I just think it's amazing, and we want to honor you, and we want to feature you. And okay, that's wonderful. Thank you. Appreciate it. And then, which package would you like to purchase? If you're honoring me, why do I have to pick a package? I'm sorry. I'm just, and it's at me. Please hear me. I understand the pay per play if you're just getting started. You're trying to get experience. You're trying to get out there. Okay, yes, you can hear. Thank you. You're trying to, hone your craft. I'm not coming against that. But once you're seasoned, and especially these people that just come at you and then they want everything you have, but they really give you nothing in return. They want your money, they want your contacts, they want everything, and you get nothing back. You know, I understand, a little visibility and whatever, but I just feel, and Neo and Jerusha and I, we talked about it, and I just feel that this is not to replace any ecosystem you already have, but if you go to the word teaches us to have multiple streams of income. And so this is another ecosystem that we want to establish, and basically this is how it would work. So um, we would come together as speakers. I'm limiting it to 15 people because to begin with, we can grow later, but to begin with, so that we can get this thing and this ball rolling properly. Basically, my vision is to do two workshops and then a in-person summit. And
Mhm.
how it would work is that, for each workshop and for the in-person summit, each speaker will have your own link. I don't even call it an affiliate link, I call it a partner link, but you would get 15% of anybody that signed up for through your link. Okay. And the bottom line is, with the workshops and the summit, you can sell from the screen, sell from the stage. You can have your wares up on the website. We're going to completely redo the website so that the speakers will each have their own page. You can have your coaching programs, your books, whatever you have to offer, you will have it there. You can sell it. We're not getting any income off of what you sell directly. And basically, anything coming in for like registration and whatever kind of basically covers what it is that we're trying to do, because we've got to get venues and all of that, and we've got ads that we have to put out and stuff to market the webinars and the summits and what have you. So it's really just about knowing that you're not in competition with one another. The complete listing of everybody that signs up will be available. We're not trying to hoard anything because everybody has their own sauce that they bring to the table. And so my lioness is, if you know me, if you've ever been on my show, if you've ever been around, I open up everything to my lionesses. If I bring you on the show, I make sure that you can tell them who you are, how they can find you, how they can sign up if you have a program. I do that in my retreats and everything, because I'm not in competition with anybody. What I present, you have something different, Ashley. You have something different, Coach Carmen. You guys, everybody, Neil has something that Neil and I are working on a whole ecosystem separate from this for Fortune 500 leaders, because we know and we understand that she offers one part of the leadership package, I offer another part of the leadership package. So there is no competition. There really isn't. And so that's why I'm saying it's a matter of coming together in partnership and knowing that you have a place to sell what God has blessed you with, your gifts and your talents, to multiply them. The word told us to be fruitful and multiply. Okay. And so that is the vision for this. Is and This is what really, really I love about what we're doing is we don't have to sugarcoat our message. You know, we don't have to tailor it. You know what I'm saying? Because all of us speak on secular stages as well. And, and so we put it out there. We don't ever hide our faith, but at the same time, you can't just openly share like you would want to sometimes, just because of the people in the room. And we understand that. Okay. So this is a platform where, baby, Jesus is Lord. Okay. Like I said a few minutes ago, but God, and none of us standing here. Okay. And none of us doing anything if it wasn't for the Lord right this moment. Okay. So it's someplace where we can reach the kingdom community. And we can do it in conjunction with one another. Christ sent us out together. He never meant for us to do this alone. And so that's basically the vision for it. Floor is open, Neil. Please add
Yeah.
whatever you want to add to it.
You know, listening to you speak, all I thought of was hide it under a bushel. No, we are not hiding ourselves under a bushel. And we are not going to be with people that don't even, well, that we're kind of unequally yoked. Here's the deal.
Ain't no kinda.
Well,
But
yeah,
anyway, go
exactly.
ahead.
We are unequally yoked with them, and don't think that I'm separating ours to the point of I don't even want to talk to people. That's not the point. What happens is when you're in this journey that the Lord has placed in your heart to share your talent, you want to do it fast. You have all these dreams, but God already has the floor for you. It's your time to step on that stage, not under other people's idea, but under the word of God and how he wants you to use it. He's going to give you the ideas. This is your platform to not be limited. And I personally am extremely excited about it because I've been speaking for years. And if I get paid to speak. I don't step on stages that I don't get paid to speak. But here's the deal. I expect that if I'm going to step on a stage, that it's going to be that type of situation that I'm giving and I'm receiving. It's not a one-way street. And we have to stop this nonsense of thinking that we have to go into these communities and be on their stage, not ours, but their stage. So this is your opportunity to use those dreams that you've always had. This is your opportunity to sit down with the community and say, hey, I want to do something a little crazy. And you know what? We're all going to join in and make your crazy happen. That's the difference.
So that's why I'm saying it's, whatever else you got going on, don't stop, do your thing. But this is another ecosystem that you can tap into that's kingdom based. And I believe God will bless it. When we put him first, I can't believe nothing but he will bless it. So any questions, ladies? And Paul, you can put your
Yes,
question in the chat. Oh, I see
I have
eyes.
a,
Okay, go
I
ahead.
do, and I'm excited about this, and I love everything about it. Two questions. What does the timeline look like? So, like, when would ideally when the workshops would happen, and then, when would the in-person summit happen? And then, is there an upfront investment, or is just the 15% is what it is?
That's your investment, the
Okay.
15% of any tickets you sell. This is not a
Okay.
buy-in. This
Okay.
is, yeah, this is us building together. The timeline is I first wanted to, like because I didn't know I know who signed up to show up. I didn't know who was going to show up. And so, which is why I made the speaker application so that we could vet and then we would come together probably in like, well, okay, so like 3 weeks because 2 weeks from this weekend, I'm doing my son's arrangements. So that following week, though, we can come together, we can meet, we can set the timeline. I would venture to give us at least a month to get the advertisements out there about the workshop for the first one. And then do the next one maybe 3 weeks later because I'm sure we'll be targeting different people for that next one. And then say like probably 2 months after then doing the live so that we have enough time to promote it. to promote it properly and define the venue. We got to sit down collectively and decide where we want to have the live at, and then make all the arrangements and secure the venue. And then people got to travel because none of us live in the same place. And so, you know what I'm saying? So that we have the time to properly present it. That's my vision. And Neil and I have talked about it, and I think she understands that as well.
So the other thing that's really important is we have the infrastructure to identify once we sit down as a group and identify what state we want to have the live, we have the infrastructure to make that happen. So it's not like we're starting from a white piece of paper. No, we have the connections, we have the means to even set it up so people can travel through a travel agency. That is our travel agency. So
he wishes video and voice was working. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know my background. Neo does events as well, but my background, I worked events for 28 years for Don King Productions. I can do events with my eyes closed, I promise you. I was his director of operations for 28 years, like events all over the world. So we can pull it together. We both have done retreats. So, and I don't know your lady's backgrounds. I will once you fill out the application. But, like she said, we have the infrastructure to do this. So we're just so you understand, we're not starting from square one and we're not novice in what it is that we want to do.
No, this is great. It's not just great, but it's excellent, and it's very timely. Just as all of us, I'm sure, have been inundated with not only just the pay to play, but just people that are unethical and people that are really just looking to take advantage. And so I've had the opportunity to sit with both of you ladies.
Yeah.
And so I know your heart and I know your integrity. And, just waiting on God, I'm just so thankful because I had two persons present something to me and I clearly heard God say, no, just wait. And I didn't know what I was waiting for. And then when I saw your information on Facebook, I was like, okay, God, now I see. Because it wasn't a matter of trying to get to know. I know the spirit of both of you. And I know that it's not just something that is for the earth realm. This is a kingdom assignment. And I know that God has already blessed it and he's just going to exponentially expand it. So I'm not going to say I am excited because that's not even an appropriate word. And I can't think of a word right now. I do believe that this is prophetic. I do believe that, God had this ordained way before any of us were probably even on any platform or stage. So I'm going to stop there because I could keep going, but thank you for proceeding on in the midst of everything else that's going on in your life.
I have to be busy. I took 5 days and I'm like, I can't lay here anymore. I can't. I'm my hardest part of all of this is my family because my babies are everything to me and what they're going through and trying to support them in the midst of all of this. I took yesterday, I stayed in bed all day. Neil sent me a text on Saturday, girl, you better get you some alone time. Tell her cry will go away. But I stayed in bed all day yesterday to prepare myself for today. Because as I said on my live this morning, it's not about going back to the normal because nothing will ever be normal again. But I still have to go back to life. And so I needed to do this. I need to do what I need to do. Now, trust me, I'm gonna go to the store, I'm gonna get my prescription, I'm gonna come and get back in my bed. But that's how I cope. People process things differently. And that's how I process. So, and today has been good because I've been busy. I haven't just been dwelling, so, but I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you.
And yeah, and a lot of you don't know what I'm going through right now.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
all I could say is when God calls you, it doesn't matter what you're going through. You just have to keep moving forward. Um, my husband has had a stroke, and it's been a journey. And I'm in his room right now. I'm in his ICU room. But God's calling is the right calling. And he gives you the peace to do the right thing because this is his calling. And, you know, Colette and I have been holding on to each other through this.
You know, but that's what sisters are for, you
That's
know,
right.
and that's what I tell everybody. That's why I'm the lioness. That's why I gravitate to lionesses because they uphold each other. They protect each other. They watch over each other's cubs. They hunt together. They cover each other's back. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what the word tells us to do. You know, so that's why it's like there is no competition, you know. Every God is so strategic that he intricately created each and every one of us to be unique in who we are, gave us our own unique gifts and talents that he could utilize for his glory. Okay. So why would I be in competition with my sisters? You know, I'm not trying to be you and you can't be me. And so it's just, you know, like there is no competition, you know, so but everybody does not have that mindset. And so that's why I need to make it clear, you know, after each event, the whole register list is going to be shared. You know, everybody has communication on everything that goes out. It's not that we're hoarding anything. It's just that, you know, we all this gives us all an opportunity to be before new crowds, to be able to present what God has given us. I don't believe that any one of us have anything that we share with others that wasn't given to us by God. And so if it was given to us by God, it wasn't to be hoarded, you know. It was so the more people that we can reach with what he has gifted us with, the better, because when it's a kingdom platform, it's all about him. It's all about him. So so that's it. Anything else, ladies? And I will send out to everybody tomorrow the link for the app. But like I said, this was just to make sure that everybody was on one accord. You had the opportunity to say yay or nay. If you don't want to fill out the application, that's okay. And I'm saying this for the strength of those that'll be watching the recording, you know, that may not be here right now. It's totally up to you, you know, but this is what God gave us, and we're gonna run with it. We're gonna run with it. Okay. All right, ladies. Well, I will release you if you have no other questions.
And
And
I just want to
for
say,
email
Paul,
tomorrow.
just remember that the lion is the one animal in the kingdom that stands by the lioness in respect.
Now that he
And
does. He don't play with her.
okay, he stands in respect and he guards the herd.
Yeah.
And that is so important. Sometimes we only think that the voice of the women has to be heard, but having some male voices strengthens us
Absolutely.
because we need our sisters to know that there's some good men out there.
Mhm.
Right. That's right.
Mhm.
They have to
Mhm.
own that. They can't be in the realm of thinking every man is going to hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Paul, thank you.
I
Thank
believe
you.
we have more male cheerleaders than we realize. It's just that it's sensationalized those that come against us, you know. But
Amen.
yeah, we got some. So I like, hey, Paul and my husband, like my husband was his best man at his wedding, and I was the maid of honor, you know, for his wife. And so yeah, you're right. And these are men that are adamant cheerleaders to see women succeed and to see us, you know, be all that God created us to be. You know, seriously. And then Paul knows I'll throw him in the river if he mess up. So that was the joke at his wedding. There was a canal behind the venue, and I was like, if you don't straighten up, I'm gonna throw you right out there in that canal. So, but yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So all right, guys, I gotta run to the drugstore. I'm gonna let you
Bye,
guys
y'all.
go. I love you and thank you for joining us.
Love
And
you all. I'm excited to work with everyone.
thank you. Likewise, likewise. All right, look for my email tomorrow.
Will do. Bye bye.
Will do. Thank you.
You're welcome.
God bless
Bye.
everyone.